Why are people so pissed off at your success? And why do you listen to them? That's what I want to talk about today. I've got my first few haters on YouTube, and I'm proud to have them, because if I'm pissing people off enough where they're cussing and trolling, then that means I'm probably saying something that has some value. I want to thank you for joining me on here, and I want to talk to you about the haters in your life. Now, I got to remember, I want to be a little more smiley in this YouTube video, because my daughter has told me, Dad, you smile all the time, but when you're on your YouTube videos, you always have this grouchy face like you're pissed off at the world. And I'm not pissed off at the world. I love the world in which I live. God's blessed us tremendously, so I'm gonna try to remember to smile just a little bit more. And I told her if it doesn't work, she can stand behind the camera and make funny faces at me, and that'll do the trick. Why are people pissed off at your success? Why don't people want you to succeed? I think there's probably a number of different reasons, but you know, Jesus said, and I'm not going to compare myself or you to Jesus, but this is just a general overarching principle. Jesus said a prophet is never without honor except in his own hometown. Now, what does that mean? It means amongst your family, amongst your friends, amongst people that have known you since you were a little kid. You're just the little tyke, right? You're the little dude who has no right to become successful. If you stand out from the crowd, who are you to do that? You're not going to be the one to make it this time because you're from my hometown. I want to say that I've felt that way about people myself. I'm not just saying that they're the haters out there. There's something innate inside of us that makes us want to judge those around us who are doing something that feels scary or that feels like a low probability of success. I got a couple of challenges for you. One, think about who those people are in your life, and you can learn an important lesson from them, and I'm going to share that with you in a minute here. Two is think about who is not like that in your life, and you can learn an important lesson from them as well. First of all, how can you learn an important lesson from the haters? Well, I would pay attention to what they're saying and expect that the opposite is probably somewhat true, at least. Okay? I have somebody like this in my life, somebody very close to me, a family member, and you know, we love each other, we have a fantastic relationship, but I know that when she comes down on a new career or a new business idea of mine, I know 100% of the time when she comes down on it, that is going to be a success because for whatever reason, she is a prophet. Whatever they prophesy about me and my success in my business, the opposite comes true. So I look for business ideas that they think will not succeed. And I've started several of them and they become very successful. So that's one thing that you can learn from the haters. I am ashamed to say that I have been that. In fact, I have a friend of mine, somebody that I had a lot of respect for, and they started a YouTube channel and they started posting every day, and I started kind of looking down on them right at the beginning. I was like, come on, man, you're just you know, you're a great person and all, but you're not going to make a success out of this thing. And I was a hater, and I just kind of watched it every now and again, and then I forgot about the YouTube channel. I came back a couple years later, they've got 500,000 subscribers now. And they'll post a video and millions of people will watch that video, and that person has a tremendous amount of influence. That's a pretty cool thing, and I was dead wrong about them. Who are you being dead wrong about? My goodness. Think about the next time you want to judge somebody because they're stepping out to do something that maybe you're afraid to do. They're stepping out to do something that maybe you think they are incapable of. Instead of judging them up here, talk with yourself in your own mind about what would have to be true for them to actually become a success? What needs to be true for them to actually become a success? Then Call them up, send them a text, give them an encouragement with construction. Give them an encouragement and say, you know what? I think you can be successful at this. I've just been thinking about you, and I think that you have a lot of the qualities that could make this successful. I'm sure one of the challenges that you'll overcome is X, Y, Z. That's something that I would have to overcome, but I think you can do it. Just practice encouraging those around you instead of discouraging them. Usually we're not going to call people up and tell them they're an idiot or tell them they're not going to be successful. It's a lot more subtle than that. We just feel in our own hearts and minds that they're not going to make it. Give me a break. Like, you're wasting your time, Joe. Whatever. But instead of that, take an active participation in their success by encouraging them. Second of all, why do you listen to the people who don't want you to be successful? It's easy. It's easy to hear that voice. There's something deeply, innately in us as human beings that makes us want to listen to negativity in general. And when they say negative things about us, or maybe they don't even say it, it's just a roll of the eyes, or it's just a indifference, like, yeah, you go ahead and tell me about your business idea. I'm going to go ahead and say nothing, that kind of a thing. Why do we listen to that? It taps into our fear, our innermost fear that we're not going to succeed. We want it to work. They're telling us it's not. We want to know, well, geez, why? Why isn't it going to work? That's actually not a bad question to ask, is it? Why do you think I won't be successful? Maybe they've got some good points. Maybe you carry yourself very negatively and you're going to become a salesperson and they're wondering, how are you going to overcome that? Nobody wants to get a sales pitch from a Debbie Downer. Maybe there's something you can learn from them. It's not a bad question to ask. Because if we don't ask the question and we just hear them indicating to us that they think we'll fail, then our imagination starts running, right? Why do they think I'm going to fail? Maybe I'm not good in this way. Maybe I'm not good in that way. Maybe I can't do this or that or that or that. And their only thing was that, I don't know, in the case of a YouTube channel, you don't have the right lighting gear. Oh geez, I can buy the right lighting gear and get set up. If that's all that maybe they got a point. If that's the only thing that they think is going to keep me from succeeding, my goodness, I'm glad I asked that question. But I want to encourage you, don't spend too much time delving into the Debbie Downers and asking them their opinions about you and your success. Focus instead on the task at hand. Just do it. Just step out and do it. And let them be pissed off when you become successful. Okay? Step out and do it. Let them be pissed off on the process. Let them think that you're going to fail. Whatever. Who really cares? Are you doing this for them? Are you stepping out into this new business for them? Are you starting this new relationship for them? No, that person's way out of your league, man. I don't know what you're doing. Are you starting this relationship for that Debbie Downer? Or are you starting this relationship because you love that person? Are you starting this business in order to impress some idiot Debbie Downer who really should not have that big of a say in your life in the first place? Or are you stepping out in courage to start something new that you've never done before because you're excited about the challenge and you think you can do it? I want to tell you, you can do it. I bet that you can do it. My bet is on you, because if you're already taking the first courageous step, you let those first few haters slide off your back and keep your focus. Just keep going, man. Just keep going. Keep moving and rolling ahead. Because I love proving people wrong. I love proving people. There is nothing better than stepping out and starting a new task, a new goal. Perhaps it's a business. Perhaps it's a relationship. Perhaps it's a whatever. There's nothing better than stepping out and, having to fight through and work through the pain of those who tell you you'll fail, of their lack of expectation, their disdain for you, and then to succeed. And you don't even have to say a word. You just succeed. And just, next time you're around them, that person, and it comes up, oh yeah, well, here's what's happening. That business I started a while ago, it's actually become fairly successful. I've been able to do this, and this. Their tone will change pretty quick. It's not going to change to, oh, good job. I didn't think you could do it, but you did, unless they're a real, true friend. What it's going to be is just a silent, oh, kind of like that. But in your brain, you prove them wrong. And it feels so good. It feels so good to prove people wrong when they say and think bad things about you. That's all I've got for you today. Please like and subscribe below if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button. Give a thumbs up to this video. Comment in the comment section about an instance in your life where somebody told you would not succeed and you proved them wrong. Have a great day. God bless.